No,
I'm
I'm
gonna stay.
pointing straight.
I was
I'm
gonna
doing
say
it
I was gonna
straight
stay silent just as long to see if you would start or not.
into the camera. Start. What is that? Some kind of Cylon trick? You think you can't play mind games on me, man? It doesn't work.
We've
Okay.
injected you
I
with
am.
nanites already in the form of
You
a
didn't do no such
vaccine,
thing,
so
Mister. You can. Yeah, whatever. All right. Calm yourself down, man. Jeez. That's how you're gonna start the show with talking Cylon. That's
that.
that's your thing, right?
Uh, is there any other way to talk? I mean, I'm gonna start reciting Cylon poetry next.
Oh, that means you're a criminal. That's right.
Right.
You're the lowest of the low. Oh boy. Well, Interfleet Broadcasting, we are on the air. Welcome everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We have with us today, right off the bat, mediocre modeler Ramon RZ and Sean, of course, Sean Shallow. Thank you for joining. And Ramon says, good evening to you, Ramon RZ, Razor Ramon, bum. All right. So we have a lot of stuff coming up, Chris. We got some good things cooking.
We always
And
have good things cooking.
oh yeah, we sure do. We sure
You
do.
smell what the
Sean
Rock
says,
is cooking. Wait, that's the wrong one.
no, it's the wrong character, man.
Yeah, wrong
Get it?
character there.
Jeez. You better put the third brain in or take it off. I don't know what to tell you. Sean's up. What's up, fellas? What's up, Sean? Look, there's some exciting news that we kind of posted something up just today. So I'm going to bring that up. But before we get into it, Interfleet Broadcasting, news and entertainment. Welcome, everyone. We are going to jump into sci-fi and, of course, Battlestar Galactica. And we will not, I repeat, we will not be disparaging to Galactica 1980 because I know there are fans that are watching. So Galactica 1980 tonight gets the pass. Lola's watching, Chris.
Oh, Lola.
Come on. Let
Oh,
it out.
oh, you can start it.
Oh,
Her
you
name
always
was
start it.
Lola.
Okay.
She
All right,
was a
that's enough.
showgirl
That's as far as you go.
with
All right.
yellow feathers in her hair and a dress cut up to
you,
there.
you memorized the first line. Good for you. So Chris, listen, we
His name was Rico.
oh boy, relax. Hey, you got to save some for later or for the next show.
Oh, that's, yeah. Hey, I don't want to scare everybody off with my awesome singing, too, either, so.
Chris, let's toast to the fans. Lola's laughing. Ramon is like, oh. Anyway, so
Ramon has now left the building. Sorry, Ramon.
so Chris, let's do our toast so we can dive right into it because I got some good news I want to talk about.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So
So, to all of you fans out there that make Battlestar Galactica great, and thank you for joining us. We know that if it wasn't for you, the Galactica would die, and we don't want that to happen. Of course, Pete and I would try to keep it alive as best we could. CPR, Cylon nanites, anything we could do. But we thank you for being there. Thank you for everything that you do. And, of course, stay safe and healthy. We'll do that again at the end. But fans fuel the fleet, and you are the fans. Thank you.
you fuel the fleet. To you guys. All right. So with that, Chris, I wanted to mention some really good news that came up today.
Okay.
Reed Pop, they are the sponsors for various conventions. They announced through email to anyone that's attended any of their shows in the past, they mentioned that they will be hosting the Florida SuperCon, Miami Beach, September 10th through 12th. New York Comic Con is back, baby, and that's October 7th through 10 in New York City. Emerald City, Washington State, December 2nd to 5th, that's in Seattle. And of course, Chicago Comic Con, December 10th through 12th. And I've been to Chicago. I've obviously been to Comic Con, but the Florida one and Emerald City's on my list, man. So I don't know. This year, Chris, I know you and I had discussed taking IFB on the road, and so we are projecting to be at New York Comic Con. So we're going to start working on that as
Heck
we
yeah.
speak. And then I don't know, up for grabs. Chicago is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool con.
I'll be there in 2 weeks. I won't be there for the con, but
Oh yeah, you're gonna be a little early, so you got to scout it out. It's at the McCormick Place it's probably not where you're going, but
Probably
I've
not.
been dying to get to Emerald City. I got shut out last time 2 years ago, like 3 years ago. They sold out, and so we had to scuttle our plans to go to Seattle. So I was
Well,
headed to
that's
Emerald
something you ought
City.
to consider this time too, is because the
Exactly,
number may
numbers.
be down, so they may
Yes,
not sell as many tickets.
yeah,
So that could be
that
bad.
definitely was announced in the email. It's going to be a hybrid convention. All of them will. So they're going to have to take some certain
Yeah,
measures.
I think that's going to be the norm from now on. I mean, they've
Yeah,
noticed that, and don't get me wrong. I mean, we all want to go to the cons and have fun, but there are some people who just can't make the cons, and this environment with the pandemic and all has given them the ability to, not the ability, but the drive to try to make money on another scale, a virtual scale. So
yeah,
I think it gives the opportunity for some of those that some of us who A can't get tickets or B can't travel to actually participate in some of the cons. I think it's great. I know some people will poo poo on it a little bit, but it's it's exciting for people who can't make it to every single con. So maybe you can actually sit in on a couple of boards and listen to things. You know, you don't get the same experience, and not like Dragon Con, you don't get to 2 a.m. in the morning, watch the drunks wander around type thing. It's not that
is
bad,
that what
really. It's not
you
that bad.
do? Is that what goes on at Dragon Con?
At Dragon
Is it
Con,
just
about 10 o'clock,
it's a
though,
little
it starts to get a little wild. So
it gets a little crazy?
it gets a little
Yeah.
crazy, and it goes all night. You
All right.
can't step out your hotel room and not be a bunch of people out there.
Chris, I got to give you a heads up. We have David Alexander with us. Thank you for joining. And I'm getting a little bit of concern here from the chat saying that our mics might be a little bit low. Dave says
A
he's
little
not
low?
getting
Whose is low?
sound. Yeah.
Yours or mine?
Mine might be
No, you're pretty cranked.
okay. So I mean, I kind of stepped a little closer to the mic. And Dave, I'm not sure. I
Mine.
think we're
Check, check. One,
broadcasting.
two.
Hey, Lola, why don't you give us a heads up? How's the sound coming through? Is it okay? Just to make sure. And Ramon, what do you think now? Are we okay? Otherwise, yeah. I mean, look, cons are basically on the go list. So let's keep watching. Let's see what comes up. And I think that I think it's gonna be a new world order out there for a while at least.
Yeah.
So Lola says it's good for me, and
Okay. What
Sean
about
thinks
me?
it's good.
Hello? 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 Check.
I
How do
think
you hear me? Pete?
yeah, you sound good. So
Of course I
I
sound
think
good.
we're oh boy. Oh boy. All right. So let me refocus you a little bit. I'm gonna reprogram you, Chris, because
Oh, no.
man, you need a little bit of Louisville. Mediocre Modeler says Wonderfest on June 5th in Louisville, Kentucky is still a go. So I don't know,
Ooh.
man.
Wonder who's
It's
going to that. Not that
yeah, I don't know.
not that I go to cons just to go to see people. I go to cons to see all the fans and stuff. But it's
Yeah.
it's fun to go to a con and see the the actors and the stars. But
It it's best when it's a combo. Once you
yeah,
combined everything, you bring it together. I think that's kind of like the best. That works for me. But it's almost like starting over. It's a new experience, and now that we have IFB cooking, it'll be interesting. Hopefully, we can find a few cons, Chris, that we can meet up with at
that'd
least
be
as
great.
many people as possible. We'd love to do that. We've talked about setting up shop, so that was really good news,
Setting up a
guys. I
table,
mean,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I heard that today. It was early this morning when they sent out the email, and I was stoked. So I was really great. So I put up some of the details on the site, on our site, and I don't know. Let's hope that we can all get out there and kind of meet up if we can, and broadcast, and do some more of the show maybe from the road. But anyway, that being said, we have uh Tiny Bean Tara with us, who's going to give
Yes.
us some reviews. So, why don't we just jump
Yeah,
right into that, Chris?
yeah, I
What do you
realized
think?
we don't have an intro for her. We need to get one.
Well,
I have to make one.
someone needs to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. Sorry,
Or
Tiny Bean Terror.
we're, Oh boy, yeah, you're gonna
Terror
get
is a
re-scrambled
terror,
later.
right? Terror.
Oh my God! All right,
All right.
let it rip, will you,
Let it
sir?
rip. So here we
All right.
go.
Hey,
Great to
See,
see you guys.
it's spelled wrong.
Um,
T-A-R-A. It's supposed to be T-E-R-R-O-R. I can fix that.
I
no,
kind of
stop! What's the
like
matter with
Tiny
you, man?
Terror.
Well, we can all be terrors when needed or called upon. So, uh,
Good.
you have some really cool stuff to intro, and we have some graphics too to go along with some of your reporting. So why don't you take it away?
Thank you so much, guys. It's been a real busy couple. I am plowing my way still through the issues on Netflix. Just finished season, so that leaves 2 more seasons left before I turn around and jump into reading the books. That's going to be fun. Looking forward to
All
that.
right, we're starting to cut a little bit. Is it me, Pete? Hang on for a second. Tara. Pete, are you seeing the cut, or is it just me? She's breaking up.
A little bit,
Yeah.
a little bit. There's some interference. I don't know if it's CYLON technology that's
Just
actually
let me drop the resolution a little bit. We'll try that.
just yeah. Do a little bit of your magic. You got to start moving your fingers faster, Chris, because
Let's
I
try
don't
that.
know.
It's gonna look bad to
Yeah.
you, but it's okay. It's gonna look better to us. How's that? All right.
Yeah.
Keep going.
All right.
We good?
Go
Sorry.
ahead.
Okay.
Yes, please.
We're
So,
better.
yeah,
I don't know if
so,
we're good, but
So season 3 of The Magicians, I can tell you 2 awesome highlights. They're in an episode where 2 characters have a conversation almost entirely composed of references, things in sci-fi world, other shows. They use everything from Game of Thrones to X-Men, and they ultimately land Battlestar Galactica, which is boom. That was amazing. They likened one of their characters to Grace Park's storyline in season 1 of the second series of Battlestar. So I was really blown away by that. And like some of these shows do, they throw in some montage stuff from time to time, and they actually do a spot on recreation of one of my favorites back in the day, Under Pressure, David Bowie and Queen. They test versions.
under pressure.
Oh my gosh, you gotta see Pete, I'm gonna send you the link to that from my blog later so everybody can catch that. It's worth seeing. My recap of where I am on that. A great moment for all of us. Do a little plug into the world of the great William Shatner of his 90 years. So in a couple of weeks, I finished reading one of his many books. Shatner is a prolific author, and this book of his is called Live Long and What I Learned Along the Way. It is just delightful. It's sweet and funny. It is just the funniest thing. He tells incredible stories. One of the things that he says as one of learned is always say yes when somebody calls nothing, because you never know what it turned into. And then one of my favorite stories talks about is he's a huge animal lover. He raises horses and dogs, and he tells his story of his favorite dog through the years that he had, and that dog's name was Spock, which I just thought was amazing. So those are my my recap stuff for this week. And for deep dive this week, talk about the really streaming sci-fi fans out there. Especially, I'm finding on net. Despite a really rather grim article on lifehacker.com about Netflix, the really kind of lackluster stuff. For our purposes, I necessarily agree. I find putting up some rather offerings and the kind of flew under the radar. I just watched Synchronic. They just put up from 2019. Stars Anthony Mackie and Gene. It's really well done. So, two EMT scenes pattern of the cases that they wind up being ill, or and that they have packets from a drug around them that they're finding at these scenes, and it just spirals and becomes like more than you could like imagine. And I delightful. The one that I jumped on this week was another one from 2018. It unfortunately is going to be leaving Netflix in 2 days. They only have 2 days to catch, but it's called Assimilate. And not any big names you might recognize or me, and this I didn't. But it stars a lot of young people, and it's a bunch of young people living in this to create a web series of what's going on in their town. They start noticing people are acting strangely. Not too much away. Notice, and you'll get into pretty soon. You'll realize it. I think I've seen this before. Or wait a minute, I think they're good. And you'll see that kind of an homage, modern recreation, very, very famous, very, very fun side we all know and love. But they did some really interesting modern twists and are really, really at the end. And then lastly, Netflix just dropped today from writer Joe Payne a one called Stowaway. Now, if you remember back in 2018, there was a movie called Sick. It starred Mads Mikkelsen, and he was in a plane crash in the Arctic and it was surviving and whatnot. Also was written and directed Joe Payne, and I love that movie. Found out that he actually wrote Stowaway at the same, and he had planned Arctic to be about Mars. But then another about Mars came out. He said, "You know what? We're going to call it the Arctic." I watched that first. It just dropped today, and I delightful. And then going forward in the next weeks, there's other stuff hitting forms. On HBO, there is a new Sweden series called The Nevers that pretty much just did. I've actually trial of HBO Max ready to go, so I can start that, and then I'm going to hit Shadow as well. And if you guys have questions, anything you want to check out in the future, please let me know. I love any ideas that anybody can send me. Thanks so much, guys. This was great.
Thanks for taking the time out. Thank you for being here and with us. We appreciate your input, and we're looking forward to next week. I know that you're going to have a nice setup. And also the blog, you do the blog for us as well on, what you've covered. And we always make sure we put that up as soon as you get that out. So we'll have that as well as a recap, and we'll review that. So very, very cool, Tara. Thank you for coming on, and looking forward to the next review. I know that I watched The Magicians, and I really, really enjoyed it, and looking forward to my second viewing. At some point I'm going to go back and watch again. And both those movies, I was wondering about them, so I think I'm going to jump in and probably take some time and watch those. Jeff Anthony, thanks for joining us tonight live. Appreciate the support. So with that said, we happen to have a 10 centon spot with found colonies and fans, and we are lucky enough to have been able to reach out and arrange for our next guest to come on. And it's going to be a good one, guys. You're going to be surprised. I think those of you that are active in the current Battlestar Galactica 1978 forums and Facebooks and the like, you're gonna see this, and you're gonna be, you're gonna know. At least you've seen some of the pictures, you're going to know something about it. And so we're going to look into that. We're going to jump right in. So, Chris, I think that...
Cue it up?
Yeah, what the heck, man? Let's do it.
Ta-da!
And there we are, Robert. Thank you for being here. Battlestar Galactica Vintage Toys Collectors Group on Facebook. At least that's how I first came in contact with you. And you've been keeping the spirit alive and working on projects. So tell us about you, your site, and what you're up to, please.
Oops, my fault. Hang on.
Hold on. We have another CYLON glitch.
Now we're good.
There's a lot of sabotage going on.
There we go. Now we're good.
Now we're good?
Now we're good.
Yes.
I
Thank you, Rob.
appreciate
Come on
guys
back.
having me on. I appreciate you guys having me on. This is great. As you mentioned, I am one of the admins of the Battlestar Galactica Vintage Toys and Collectors Group, and our site is primarily dedicated to the vintage toys, the Mattel line. You can find sale posts or just general conversation or great finds that people wind up scoring. Or more recently, I've kind of dominated the page with my 3D printed stuff, which is also geared towards the vintage toy line that maybe Mattel didn't quite get right.
Oh, agreed. Absolutely. Well, speaking of that, we have been watching and, we've been, kind of looking and admiring all of your work from afar, and we're just slightly closer. As a matter of fact, I just got to bring this up. Mediocre Modeler says 3D printers running in the background. I'm jealous. He says there's two of them, I believe, so he's jealous. But yeah, how about sharing a little bit of the background on why you put together the page and a little bit about what you're doing specific.
Okay, sure. Well, a little more background on the 3D printing portion. For my regular day-to-day job, we had a R&D center that had some 3D printers, and I didn't know anything about them, but they were available for everyone to use, so I figured, what the heck, I'm going to give it a whirl. And I always wanted to create a correctly sized Viper, so that was my first project. I started messing around with it, and it seemed like it was really interesting, so I bought one of my own, started doing it at home, and posted some pictures on Facebook. Next thing you know, I'm getting orders that I can't keep up with. So as you mentioned, I've got some printers in the background. I actually have 8 running right now, and I've downsized. Over the summer, I had about 12 going just to be able to keep up with the orders, but right now 8's a comfortable amount.
Wow. That's pretty cool. So you were saying that you're a collector, and I've seen some of your collections and pictures that you've put up on the site. But these particular pieces, there's a nice picture of some of your collection, man. Look at that, incredible. Oh man, it looks like they're mint too. Yeah, Lucifer and Baltar. Oh boy, it was small. Right, so the actual action figures that we just saw in your collection, they were not the same scale, and it was kind of weird, and so now you took it upon yourself to make actual, large size. There we go. Yeah, so there's the vehicles, and they're the size for the figures, which is so cool. So they're large.
Right. So here's a pretty good example. This is a standard Starbuck figure, and this was the vehicle that was released with them, and there's just no way he's going to be able to fit in there. So this was the Viper that I came up with. It's much larger in scale.
Oh boy, that's cool.
And he fits very nicely in there.
Oh, wow, it's got a hinge on it and everything.
Yeah. Oh, jeez, that is so cool.
One.
But the question is, does it shoot the missile? Can I choke on it?
It does.
Can I choke on it?
It's pretty big, but you might. And it does fire.
Oh boy, look at that.
45 minutes later, he'll be still. That one will be easier to find than the ones I shot off and lost.
Yeah. Oh man, that
Yeah,
is
they're a lot
so
of fun.
cool. Oh, that is so cool, Rob. Really, really cool, man. And so you
Thanks,
did
I
the
appreciate it.
Viper, you did the Cylon Raider,
Hmm.
and what other ones did you
I've,
do?
I've also done the Land Ram, which is
Ah,
giant,
oh,
That
it's
thing is
beautiful.
huge.
and I've done my newest creation is the Mach 2 Viper, which has a
Oh,
lot of
that is.
enhancements over the original.
Oh, wow.
I've added
Oops.
the landing gear is removable, and it's magnetic, so it just pops
Oh
back in,
boy.
as well as the canopy. The canopy is magnetic also. You can see a little magnet in there,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
so it just kind of pops in.
Oh wow.
How many pieces does it
Very
take to
cool.
make something like that?
There's quite a few. In the Mach 2 Viper, there's about 24 parts.
Wow.
That is
The Raider,
incredible.
the Raider is
Rob,
actually one of the biggest models that I offer, and it is really huge. From tip to tip, I want to guess it's about 15 inches.
Oof.
that is incredible. Rob, there you own, if I'm not mistaken, part of your original collection, the vintage collection, is you have a Land Ram. Do you have the original box, and an original Land Ram, or is that uh
I do.
is it, you do? Oh boy, you got to show up.
Coincidentally, I have it available.
Nice. Oh man, look at that. That is awesome. Oh boy, incredible. And I believe that that was released only in Canada. Is that correct?
That's correct. So the
Oh
picture
That's
man.
that's
not
up now,
fair.
at one time I actually had two of them, but I had a great offer on one, and I was able to help out another collector with a Landram, so it made his day, and it worked out for everybody.
Yeah, that is so cool, man. Oh, I remember I was saving up for a Land Ram, and I wanted to get the large Battlestar Galactica that they never produced, and I never got to pick them up. And then by the time I found out that some of the Land Rams existed, they're just so expensive and hard to get actually, because I mean, let's
They
face
are.
it, it's been so many years. So yeah, that is really cool. I also know that you have a pretty extensive collection, and sometimes you do share some of the pictures, which is very very cool. So out of do you have an original set? When you were a kid, were you able to get original stuff? Do you still have your original stuff?
I don't have any of the original stuff from when I was a kid. Tragically, when the young child choked, my mother saw it on the news, and she took away all of my Galactica ships and said that we could get something different or a replacement, and I never did. So that might be the underlying driving force for me having all the Galactica toys now. I don't know.
Oh, hey, listen, it happens to the best of us. I know we have a good friend who also, he actually lost all his stuff in a fire, and
Oh, that's awful.
he had some stuff that had been signed in 1979, I believe. His father had traveled around, and he had some really cool pieces. And so listen, that's not something that we're strangers to. Things happen when we're growing up. I still have two of my original pieces, a Viper and a Cylon Raider, and a couple of the actual figures themselves. I actually bought Boltar, and I guess maybe I should have left them in the package, but I have Boltar and Lucifer, and the one I didn't get was the Volpa, the Cylon, the Gold Cylon Commander. He's the only one I didn't
Volpa
manage to get.
rules.
But did you? Yes, of course. Hey, Chris, did you get one? Did you get the Gold Cylon?
I grew up in Wyoming. I was lucky to get I was lucky enough to get the the toy for the Viper, and I've got the toy for the uh, Raider, and then I built the 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 model for the Viper, And then after
Okay.
that, you weren't going to find anything else in my hometown anywhere.
Oh,
Casper,
boy.
Wyoming was the biggest city in Wyoming. But when you say it's the biggest city and you say it's 50,000 people, that's in the
Yeah.
entire county. That's like, really? I
Yeah.
think New York almost has a police department that big.
Yeah, exactly.
So I didn't get as lucky to get all the thing. I did have the sheets, and I had I had the poster. Some of the first things. I still have the poster from when I was a kid. So, and the sheets. But yeah, I didn't get any of the cool toys. Now, Star Wars toys were much easier to get, so I did get some of those. But
Well, too bad, Chris. Well, guess what? Rob will make all your dreams come true and then some.
as long as I can
Absolutely.
choke on the missile, I'm okay.
Yeah, don't. The missile is not candy, Chris. Just remember that. You're not supposed to do
That
that.
was so unfortunate. I hate to laugh about that.
Yeah.
That's not really a good thing. But
Nah, it is. It is. It did bring a lot of misery. But on another note, Rob, I know that you're very active on your Facebook site, and we drop in from time to time. So if anyone's interested in reaching out to you, I would assume that if they drop you a message or something like that, that wouldn't be a problem. That's how they could reach you.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
cool, very cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we love seeing your stuff, and hopefully maybe at some point in the future we'll get a chance to actually see you at a con. Maybe it would be really cool to get to see all of those
fun.
pieces that you make up front, man, because I know that somewhere along the line I'm gonna have to break down and get the Viper, not the Cylon Raider, but the actual Viper. And I know that
the Raider's
you,
bigger, so you should get the Raider.
as a matter of fact, I think Rob, if I'm not mistaken, there might be like exclusive lines that you're thinking of making. Maybe changing them slightly different colors, making them like special runs as well.
The Stealth Raider.
Yep. Occasionally, I'll offer a limited run, usually 5 or 10 ships, and I'll make an alternate color or an alternate sticker design. So we'll see what we can come up with.
Cool.
Oh, that's so cool. And hey, Rob, before we kind of wrap up, how about some future insights? Do you think you have anything that you could tell us about that you might be planning for some of the future ships?
I think that my next project is probably going to be the Stellar Probe from
Ooh,
the original line. It's going to be a little challenging because it's so many different pieces, and getting them to be fit together and be interchangeable is going to take some engineering. So it's something that I'm working on, but not as hard as I should be, sadly. Life gets in the way.
Yeah, of course, like everything else.
So
Like
is-
everything else.
So when you say, is this like a full-time job for you, or is this like the the side hustle as they call it?
Oh, I wish it was a full-time job. I'm actually a plastics engineer at Bose Corporation.
Oh my gosh, that's
For-
awesome.
Yeah, that's my full-time job. I'm also in the Air Force Reserve, and I am a part-time professor at a local community college. So my time is at a premium, and I print
That's all you
when I
do?
can.
That's all you do?
Yeah,
There's
that's it.
got to be room there for another part-time job like McDonald's or something there, I'm sure.
And managing the collection takes a lot of time too.
Ah, there you go. Now you're talking.
Dusting.
Oh man, that
Dusting.
yeah,
that's it.
dusting. Rob, listen, it was so cool for you to take some time out and join us. I think if at all possible, we would definitely like to have you come back, and maybe you could bring your other admin if he's interested as well, and maybe we can get into some more of the technical aspect of how you came up with your designs, and some more
Yeah.
of your collection,
What do you-
and share some more of the pictures and stuff. And
3D program
we
you
would
use,
love-
and how hard was it to
Oh,
use the 3D program? and
absolutely, we'd
Did you
love
teach
to hear
yourself?
some more
or-
stories.
Yeah, that'd be great to hear.
Yeah, great.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
would love it. That sounds like a
All
lot
right,
of fun.
cool.
And
Let-
like you had mentioned, Battlestar Galactica Vintage Toy Page. If anybody wants to jump on in, it's a great time. Everybody's very friendly, and almost any topic is game. We love to see everyone's collections and what they have.
That's
Fun.
cool. Thank you so
Outstanding,
much.
Rob. Thank you, man. We'll be in touch. I will send you out a message, and maybe we can work out a future date. We definitely would like to have you come back, and especially with your fellow admins. I think you said there's at least one other buddy of yours that you're in charge of the page, right?
Yes, yep. There's another admin for the Galactica page, and I also have a partner that does helps me out immensely with the printing. So I'd like to invite him also.
Ah,
Okay, cool. Yeah, we can work that. No problem, Chris. I think that
Yeah.
shouldn't be a big deal,
No problem
right?
at all. I think it'd be fun.
All right, outstanding. Again, Rob,
Maybe we
thank you
should
so much
commission
for
an
coming.
IFB piece.
Yeah. Ah, ha, ha, there you go.
There you go.
Rob, thank you
All right,
again.
well,
We
thanks
appreciate
for
your
having me
time.
on, guys.
Yep, take care.
You got it. Looking forward to having you again.
See ya.
Nice virtually
Take care.
meeting you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we're virtual handshake.
Nice meeting you
there
guys as well.
Take care.
We'll see ya.
Stay healthy.
All right, take care. Lori Moore and B. John Laylor, thank you for joining us live. And yeah, man, that's really, really cool. Oh man, that the Viper and even the Cylon Raider, as much as I hate to admit, is really cool.
It's so much bigger than the Viper, you know. I mean, because it's so much
It's not
better.
that much bigger. It's not that much bigger. It's just calm down. But it's still cool. Gotta admit, it's really cool. You could actually put the real
full-size
size Cylon
pieces.
into it. Yeah.
Well, you know, the
That's
problem's
so
going to
cool.
happen is if I buy one of those, then I'm going to have to go make sure I have all of the full size pieces.
And what's your point?
I don't know. It's just more money.
It's the name of the game, man. Come on.
I've got more streaming stuff to buy still. I mean, it's not like I don't have enough.
Oh, stop. Holidays are coming up. It's all about the holidays.
It's all
Just
about the
buy
holidays. What are you talking
buy
about? 4th of
stuff during the
July?
Yeah, just buy stuff during the holidays. That's the excuse. You just
Hey,
put on
hon,
your
it's
list.
the 4th of July. I think I'm going to buy about $3,000 worth of stuff. Why? Because it's the holidays.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Wait, come on. Get with the program, will you please? Oh boy, I got to teach you things. Every time we come on here, I feel like I'm educating you. Just buy. It's Chris, it's about Battlestar Galactica. Do I have to say anything more? If
That's
it's
it.
Battlestar, that's it. Battlestar Galactica 1978 specifically, that's the excuse. Now
Yeah.
go buy it.
It's Cylons. That's all. Hey, go buy it.
He's got Raiders, man. Come on.
It's Cylon stuff. Go buy it. You don't need to buy that colonial crap. Just buy
How
the
do you know I
Cylon
don't
stuff.
have it? How do you know I don't have it already?
The Cylon
That's my
stuff?
question.
I'd be impressed.
No, the colonial stuff. I have it. I have it all. What are you talking about? Come on, wise
Mhm.
guy. Cylon. So, Chris, I think it's time for you to queue up.
Is it that time?
Yeah.
Are we going to go compare that book to the episode?
Yeah, but you know what? Hey,
What's
hold
that?
on a second. I found this. Talking
Hang on.
about
Let's
collections.
get a close up on that. Whoops,
Yeah,
that's
let's see
close
if
up
we-
on me. We don't need that one. There we go.
A close up of you.
He
So
looks like he's like, I don't know, he looks really surprised. Who's that with him?
So that's Dirk Benedict 20 years ago with my 2-year-old son.
Oh,
And
wow.
if he knew that I had this up, he would scream. You'd hear him in the back, get that off.
He's probably watching.
that-
See, that's the good thing about it. Your kid's not watching you, evidently.
Yeah,
Dad
I
does
can
that
do
weird-
things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just
Dad does
found
that
that.
weird science fiction thing. I don't want to watch that. That's not
Yeah,
cool.
exactly. I found that picture and
Don't
I
worry,
was
my
like,
kids don't watch me either. Neither does my wife. So
I saw that
I'm
picture. I was
just
like, oh,
happy there's other people out there watching us. I mean,
that's- Yeah, right. Exactly.
my
They
wife
just think
won't
we're
even watch
weirdos.
me. So there you go.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't think your
You
wife
guys are
watches you
weird.
either.
You weird. The hell
Your
you
wife doesn't
doing
watch
that
you.
for?
Does she?
No. Come on. This weird stuff that you
It's like
guys doing. That stuff's dead. What are you watching that
Yeah,
stuff
you
for?
guys are crazy.
Come on. It's the best. It's the best. So yeah, I ran into the
Excuse
first
me.
time I got to meet Dirk Benedict was 20 years ago at a local convention in New York City. It was a small one. I think only 70,000 people went to that. So
More
thereabouts.
people in my hometown.
Yeah,
That's
welcome to the
fine.
real
We had
world.
more people at Comic-Con than they have in Casper, Wyoming.
Yeah, welcome to the real world, buddy. That's why that's why it's New York City. So I met him, really cool, and of course, at that time there was talk of the second coming, and so I got to talk to him about it, and it was kind of cool that he was open enough to give me like some honest insights into how what his take was on the franchise, the licensing, and just how things would probably play out. And he had his doubts, unfortunately, on the second coming. He didn't think that it was going to be possible, and so he did. He told me that, and I didn't expect that. I mean, I put him on the spot. I was like, "Hey, listen, Dirk, do you really think that Richard Hatch has a shot? I mean, he put this thing out, and hopefully it'll come back." And man, so he was like, "Yeah, I don't know about that. I think that Rich is like overstepping his bounds," is what he told me. And then, of course, Herb Jefferson was at the convention as well, and he kind of basically told me the same thing. So I was like, "Oh man," I was kind of disappointed, but that is what it is. And here we are, 20 years later, and that was like the first time. And obviously you couldn't really tell from the picture, but he looked really good in it, and he was. This was like 20 years ago, but
He
anyway,
didn't look like that picture Sean had up the other day with the big old round glasses on. Oh my god.
Yeah. Hey, weren't you out and about? Didn't they let you out of your base?
Yes,
star
I was
for a
out and
while?
about. I was patrolling the sector for good stuff. So I went to Philadelphia recently. And I
Cool.
went to a comic place called what?
Oh, Brave New Worlds.
All right, so
Ooh.
on a Battlestar scale, I give it a out of a 10. I give it a 1, and now it's a 0.
Wait. What? A 1?
I give
scale
it was
of
a
what?
1, but now it's a 0.
Yeah, but what? A scale from 1 to what?
10. On a scale of 1 to
1 to 10.
On a Battlestar scale, the Battlestar scale comes first.
Okay,
So-
Battlestar scale, which means
the
what?
availability of Battlestar stuff, the availability, of the older science fiction stuff.
Okay.
So,
All right.
So
Yeah.
on a scale from 1 to 10, I got a 1, but after I left, it got a 0 because I got the only Battlestar Galactica comic in the entire place.
Oh, is it? It looks like it's in almost mint condition.
And that's one thing I can't say about it. I might give it back to a 1 because they did have a mint condition. And it was good priced. I mean,
It's
this
$3.
is Battlestar Galactica #1 for $3. So.
Oh boy, you know what?
But I mean, look, it's 10 times more than it originally was, 35 cents. So.
if I'm ever around, just leave it on the counter.
Oh yes. Well, I've got like 4 of them, but this was probably I think the one in the best shape.
So how can you give the place a 1? You got there.
I took the only Battlestar they had, so now it's a 1. Now
you don't know that. You don't know what they have in the back.
That's a Battlestar.
You don't know that. You got there. You got the number 1. It was $3, and you're gonna give them a bad rating because they didn't have
on the Battlestar
more.
scale. On the Battlestar scale,
You want more.
Yeah,
that's not fair.
On the new comic scale and the actual overall shop scale.
Yeah,
I'll give it a 9 or an 8. It was really well laid out.
Okay.
Okay. And they had all their whole wall was all new edition comics. So every single new edition comic that you could possibly imagine was on the wall. And then they had some newer stuff that was just kind of off the wall new. So they had like independent artist wall.
Cool.
That was kind of cool. And then of course they had some really good models, and they had some really good, well laid out. It wasn't a huge shop, but it wasn't overbearing, like it's too big. So it was good. I thought it was a really good shop. So if you ever get a chance to get in Philadelphia, Brave New Worlds, it's worth a check out. I'm not making any money off of that or anything, so I just happen to be patrolling the colonial grouping areas, trying to find out if I can find out, if they want to leak out and tell me where the Galactica was. So
yeah.
Nobody would tell me, but I did find one of their books. So hopefully, maybe we'll be able to decipher that book and find out where the Galactica is. Of course, then again,
you gotta turn it into
the
zeros
front cover
and
of
ones.
this book. The front cover of this book is so great. Anyways, because it says
Annihilation.
Look at those poor colonials dying.
You're
Oh,
insane.
those poor colonials.
You are
They would have just.
Boltar. You're
If they
Boltar
would have just let
Junior
us enslave them,
Boltar.
there would have been no problem.
You're Boltar Junior. That's what you are. Anyway, so Chris, you went on a raid. You got number one. You're not happy with it. You need more, I don't know, nanites so that you can be happier since you got number
Oh,
one for $3 in mint
I'm pretty
condition.
happy with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
So
they only.
what's your
It's
problem?
the only comic they had for Battlestar
Just
Galactica.
put your other brain in because you've been to places that didn't have any Battlestar Galactica.
Not too many. I mean, the ones in New York, I bought them out of Battlestar Galactica pretty much too, because a lot of the stuff I'll
Right,
have.
but they had
A lot of stuff I'll
stuff.
have, but I like to keep it and trade it. See if somebody doesn't have it,
Yeah.
I'll trade with somebody else. So
Denver. You got to go to Denver.
yeah,
Mile High Comics, man. Giant warehouse,
I'll
beautiful
be in
place.
Chicago here in a couple of weeks. I'll try that one out. See if
Chicago has
there.
some places.
Anybody
Yeah.
know if
So-
anybody knows any comics shops in Chicago that I should check out? Throw me a text.
Send them
in
up.
here or
Send them
Let
up.
me know. I'll go check
right.
it out. All right, now
Let it
we're
rip,
ready.
man. Let's go. Let's do this.
Book versus episode.
I lost my mouse. There it is.
I thought you said you lost your mouth.
Mouse.
Oh, okay. And the rest of that opening where the Viper comes in and destroys the Cylon Raider, you lost
You're
that
watching
too.
the wrong one.
So we are heavily into now Battlestar Galactica, the Cylon Death Machine.
Something's wrong with your
With
book.
a-
There's things hanging out the side of it.
Yeah, that's for you to comment on. And there's a Frank Frazetta cover, which is really
That
cool.
is an
and
awesome cover. If it wraps
Yeah.
all the way around too, it's really
Yep,
that's a really
exactly.
nice cover.
Yeah.
I love the Frazetta work, but we
Yeah.
could talk a
And-
half hour on that, so let's not go there.
Remember that it appeared they used these in the TV guide ads as well, which was kind of cool.
Yes,
It's always odd.
yeah.
It's like, what the hell? That's nothing to do with the show. It's like that's there, and that's the poster. That's the poster. Whoops, that's the poster behind me, right over there.
Just think from now on, I guess from now on, if I want to go one direction, I want to point to the left, just automatically point to the right, and it works.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the book, and we are now chapter 2. Chris, that's what this one is. This is the
Do A.
chapter 2, which begins on page 28. So we're gonna dive in and
More Cylon
book-
stuff in this chapter. It was great.
oh, it's which of course has nothing to do with the episode itself, but
What?
it's loosely, I mean, the backstory's in here, right? If you want to
Yeah.
accept this is the backstory, and the episode, like we've said before, just moves really, really quick. So it doesn't take time to really develop much of anything. It's just telling you the story, straight up. And here we're getting the nitty gritty, which is pretty cool. So Chris, the actual chapter, there's no
Right.
Adama journal.
No,
right? This jumps right in.
I guess it's safe to say this is the only chapter out of the first book to this book. This is the very first chapter that wasn't an Adama journal. All the other chapters in the
first
Battlestar
one.
in the first book had Adama journals, and we had Adama journal
Correct.
in chapter 1 on this one, but chapter 2 does not, which I wonder why it is.
Correct. So this book, believe it or not, if you were to scan through it, you'll also notice there's not a lot of Adama journals.
Right.
So they're spread out. But this chapter 2, which begins on page 28, right? There's only one edition of the novel.
Well, there's other
and-
editions, but there's no changes.
There's no changes, right?
Yeah, there's
so
an Australian, there's a Canadian.
of the Cylon Death Machine.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
It's labeled differently. You'll see it's a different label at the top. I even seen the German one. That's got
Yes, we did.
Kush,
We did see that up.
something
Yeah.
Cylon. I'd like to be able to say that, but I probably would really butcher it anyways. But it sounds awesome.
January
awesome.
1979.
Which means it was only a couple of. Wait a minute. Yeah, it was just a little bit right after the show went, because I think
few months.
it aired in October.
Right. So I remember getting this when it first came out, and so starting on page 28, chapter 2, this chapter has 8 sections. It's really, really short, and we start with Boxy. one of
Yes.
your all-time favorite characters,
He's not
Boxy,
that bad, but
Boxy playing with Muffet, and it's
this is
oh my
different.
god, it is different. It is different, and there's a
So-
lot of reasons why it's different. They talk about how the droid did not get replicated very accurately to the original, and Boxy's Daggett, this one now, like this is the replacement,
Right.
has thick and brown fur and was large. So this version of this
Yeah,
Daggett,
Yeah, he
is
says it's
really
larger
big.
than any dog Daggett he's ever seen.
yes,
Yeah.
and any Daggett that Apollo has ever owned. So
Right.
it's like a mastiff or something. It's really big.
But-
Which
But didn't the first book talk about how accurate it was?
yes, it was. And this copy now is not that close. It's no
Right.
longer the same. Remember, so they had to rebuild him because he got kind of destroyed. So they used the parts, they put them back together, and there's
Silver duct
it
tape.
says that it has visible metal plates.
Right.
So this Daggett now is not as well built as the original, and so right. So the it also talks about how Apollo is watching Boxy play with the Daggett, and then he starts to kind of like think a little bit. He thinks to himself
Yeah.
a little bit about how
He's off
Boxy's
daydreaming
being
style,
orphaned.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And he's
And then
he's
what
an
happens?
orphan.
So Boxy says what?
Go ahead, tell him.
Dad.
Yeah,
Dad?
that's yeah.
So wait a minute.
So yeah.
What
Wait,
happened
so
here? How did this
right,
happen?
what happened?
Where's
What
Serena?
happened is that first of all, yes, well, look. Bottom line is he's orphaned, right? It says he's
Yeah.
orphaned, right? He's left homeless and orphaned, and he lingers on those thoughts and how he, how the hell has he become the father to to Boxy? How does that gonna play as a warrior? How does
Right.
it, like
and how he
he's
doesn't
so-
want to leave Boxy.
Yeah.
Another parentless again. Parentless.
Yes.
Which means
Yes.
Serena's not in the picture here.
Obviously not.
So this kind of rolls along the lines of the original storyline where Serena dies.
Yes.
In the spoiler alert. Sorry. Before
Right.
she gets killed off by the Cylons, which was an awesome. I have still shots of that, by the way.
Yes.
Of her
And
getting
she-
shot in the
of
back
course
by
you
the
do.
Cylons.
That is just
but-
crazy.
So that wasn't in the last book, and in this book
No.
she's gone. So
Right.
I'm curious what happens when we switch over to book number 3 if it jumps back. But we'll have to see
Yeah.
that. But still,
We'll have
in
to
this book,
see, yeah.
it's funny that she's not in this. She's not in the picture.
No, not in the picture. And originally, it was said that that her character was irradiated, and that she
Right.
was gonna
She was
that she had
cancer.
some type of cancer,
Yeah.
right? And that's what I think
That was the original
intent was,
plan in the
yeah, for her
original
demise.
episode, and that
Yeah.
that was all cut out. And
Yes.
it wasn't in the book, which you would have thought if he tried to follow the exact script that he was given. Of course, he was
Right.
given multiple different ones.
Yes,
So interesting. That was
very
was
interesting. So,
So go ahead.
go ahead. So he's thinking about that, and then he says what you just said, right?
Yep, Dad.
Yeah, that's
That's just-
interesting. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, the alarm, right? The
Right.
alarms go off, right?
So
So,
we remember
look-
from the last chapter, the alarms were going off on the other ship. What was the ship called again? The training ship. It was the
Oh,
we had a name for it. What was it?
Yes, there was a name for the great deleted scenes of Serena getting diagnosed. That's right, Sean.
Yeah.
And Jerry Grimes, thanks for joining us live. Yes, so there is a training ship that's in the
What's it
fleet,
called?
right? And
I'll
that's
look at it back. Anyways,
Infinity.
Adam is coming back from that Infinity. That's it. So
That's it.
Adam
Thanks,
is coming
Sean.
back from the Infinity, and I guess this would be a jump cut or jump scene to what's going on the Galactica.
right.
So
And the other thing that I found interesting is that it's Adama's voice on the speakers calling out battle stations.
right, which is
And
not the
then
beep beep
Apollo,
beep thing.
yeah. So then Apollo hurries to the bridge,
Oh,
and
he
there's a
caught it too.
report of Starbuck, right?
Right,
Encountering the
right.
oh yeah, so it's Starbuck's encounter and the loss of a ship,
Right.
right? Okay. So
Yes,
that's
we got one.
oh, stop it. Starbuck reports on a high energy beam. It's a
Right.
laser weapon, giant pulsar, and Boomer cuts in, informing that they lost contact with Kree and Shields. Right. So those are the two cadets that, in the last chapter, basically we saw them taking off and not, they're not adhering to orders. So that's what's going on. Suffering fools, man.
Yep.
John Fink really
I know
earned that
suffering
opening
fools. Hey,
credit,
what's up?
but nobody saw his work. Oh yeah, that's right. So that's what's going on, and now we jump to section 2.
Right. Well,
Right?
hang
So
on.
now
Before
the
we jump to
section.
section 2, I just wanted to go back, and there's a sentence in here I just kind of wanted to bring up, just because you catch up to these little things. So you were talking about how Apollo hurried to the bridge, and he reports in, as a there's fighter control or what. So he's actually fighter control. So he reports in as fighter control reporting, all squadrons standing by. So he's fighter control, where we have core control is aware of the problem. Remember that piece. So you have core control, you have fighter control. I mean, what other ones were there, I wonder? But it was kind of interesting to put fighter control in here. So, but he also jumps in his Viper and takes off. So he really can't. He's not on the bridge for fighter control, evidently. So, hey, fighter control here. I'm out of here. Okay.
Where is the bridge?
Yeah.
Right? How far away is the bridge that they can actually go from the
Well, they
bridge?
got that little
the trolley?
The trolley thing.
Yeah, but how far? It's probably, it must go like straight down from the bridge away to access the center of the Battlestar, straight down, and then over to the
Maybe
launch
a swirly
bay.
slide.
If you look at the bottom of the Battlestar, it looks like it looks like there might be a yeah. It's kind of weird. Yeah. Well, anyway, so
sorry about that. We'll jump back
now. There is an exchange between Suffering Fools Band. John Fink really earned that opening credit, but nobody saw his work. And Sean replied, really solid dramatic scene.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it is what it is. Fire control was term in the show. Yes, that's right, Sean. Thank you. So
fire control,
we jumped
that
then.
was when it was on fire. Yeah.
Yeah. So section 2, Chris, is Starbuck gets frantic over the cadets, and he orders them not to go further or down into the atmosphere, and they disobey. Right?
Yeah.
So
because the other one got shot down, so they're like, "That was my friend."
And Shields says it.
You're an idiot.
Shields has a breakdown.
Yeah.
Right? Over Bo. He actually, like, he's all emotional in that, that's what, the book is telling us, right? So we're narrating the book, right? And the two cadets keep going in for the location of the pulsar, and Starbuck and Boomer are following, trying to get them to come back because they're not listening to orders, and they fly into a nightmarish darkness.
Right.
That's how they describe going into like
they go through the
atmosphere.
Cloud cover, and then once they get through the cloud cover, they pop out and almost a really dark.
Yeah.
Which they really did a decent job on the show, but they didn't get it like black, but they did make it darker.
No. Yeah. It's darker. And that quickly, so like things in this chapter are moving along quick because we're into section 3, and this is when you have the most fun, Chris. Because
before we get there, I just wanted to mention that I think it was in part of the last chapter and then part of this chapter. This thing's an asteroid.
Yes.
Not a planet,
but
it's an asteroid.
Yeah.
And I think it was the last chapter they mentioned that there was some technology that the colonials did not understand or didn't have the ability to understand, that they actually move these asteroids
yes.
around like big spaceships.
Yes.
So this kind of gives you a little better idea. Since I always wondered, so they're guiding the Galactica towards this asteroid or towards this planet. Now they're guiding it towards an asteroid, and the asteroid's moving too. I'm okay with that. Whereas you've got all this space, how can you not move away from the planet? Or being guided carefully in towards the planet. I mean, it's space. I mean, come on, you can go just about anywhere.
Right, and
but
it's
if
not.
The asteroid is chasing you, well, that's different.
The asteroid, which is a Cylon, it's manipulated by the Cylons. Right. Adama mentions that that hadn't been seen, that most have never seen this type of weapon. So they refer to this type of asteroid almost as a weapon, and they reveal more about the pulsar laser itself, which I thought was very, very interesting. But that's in this chapter.
Yeah.
However,
we'll go there.
Yeah, but section 3 opens up with First Centurion Vulpa.
Nothing like a gold Cylon.
I was waiting for that. I knew you would react somehow like that. Yes. So, not only do they start with him, it mentions that he is a warrior of the elite class. Ooh.
So now we have classes
Chris,
of Cylons. So that was something we never had before.
Are you a warrior of the elite class? Is that?
Oh, I'm not a poet. Let's put it that way.
We'll find out about the poets in a minute. We're getting to them, that's for sure.
But yeah, first, so I like that. So there's a ranking structure similar to what we kind of heard about in the other book for the Colonials. But this time, we're talking about a first Centurion, right? And then, of course, a warrior of the elite class. So you got a ranking structure inside of the Cylon community, evidently.
It sounds like a caste system.
Yeah.
It sounds like a lot.
Yeah,
a lot like a caste system. But so he sits on a command chair and barks orders at the one-brainers.
Imagine
so that
who this sounds like.
You
barking orders? No, it sounds like of course they killed him off in the last book. So this is the Baltar that was supposed to be this kind of deal. I mean, he has a command chair and everything else, and
yes,
but they didn't show that. They didn't show Vulpa in a command chair in this case inside the episode, which would have been kind of cool.
It would have been awesome.
Yeah, So he's, but so he. I want to mention it says Terrak was the name of the planet, and this is the first time it's mentioned as Mount Hecla.
Yes, Mount Hecla. That's right.
Now, being the weirdo that I am, I'm like, well, I wonder if that has some kind of reference, because the last chapter, I don't know if we covered it or not. There was a ship on the last chapter that was, I can't remember the exact name of it, but it was Greek. The name was Greek for blacksmith, which was the ship that put Mount Hecla. The name for Mount Hecla is a tall volcano in Iceland. It's the most active volcano. I found it really funny. It was they call it the gateway to hell. That's the name they use for Hecla, is the gateway to hell.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
I like that. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. You would. Absolutely.
So there you go. If you ever play Trivial Pursuit, you're set now. So, man, does anybody ever play Trivial Pursuit anymore? I don't.
I probably not. Well, during the pandemic, I'm sure they have.
The little pie pieces and everything. Yeah.
The laser is on the top of Mount Hecla.
Right.
And Vulpa was nervous. He had a unique ability when it came to perceiving the universe. He made mental connections that only two-brained Cylons could make. So that's when he was the one-brainer, right? When he was the one-brainer, he was already moving, mentally on a two-brain scale, and but it made him an outsider.
Yeah, it had spectacular abilities to maneuver a Cylon fighter and destroy. Yeah. Ready. Hang on. Wait. I gotta get this right.
Hundreds of enemy spacecraft.
Hundreds.
I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased that
enemy spacecraft.
when you play that voice, it doesn't sound like much of anything. So you keep using that because every time you go to say something like that, it's insulting to the colonials. The
Good.
colonial the, the colonies are lodging a complaint. You need to stop with your Cylon rhetoric.
I don't like your Cylon voice thing. Wah, wah, wah.
Sean says Vulpa is Galactica's Captain Phasma. Cool design and potential, but unrealized. Loved Vulpa. Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
I
And
like
Clay
that.
Arden.
That's good.
Yeah. Clay Arden joined us live. Thank you for coming on. Yeah, the moving asteroid was a difference from the episode. It had no sun in the book, but so it was all dark all the time. Yeah, absolutely.
And that makes sense. It's an asteroid. You're not you're not going around a sun, so
yeah, exactly.
no wonder
so
it's
that
cold because there's no sun.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Keeps
So there's a couple
Cylon
other
electronics
things.
cool. We're good.
Oh boy. Yeah. Okay. Vulpa went through puberty between part one and part two.
Yes.
His voice got got way deeper. That's right, Suffering Fools. Absolutely. So get this. He made mental connections. I mentioned that already. And he was often reported and was lonely in his superiority. Are you lonely, Chris?
Yeah, it is.
You were gonna press the button, weren't you?
When you're this good, it's lonely at the top.
The two brains.
It's lonely at the top. But yeah, but Vulpa is not really the quintessential Cylon.
No,
he's
not.
If we learn from the last chapter, he's went up. The reason why he's at this location is because he spoke out and told the Imperious leader, "Hey, let's just leave those humans alone because we've already annihilated the crap out of them anyways."
Anyway, so after his second brain, he became even more self-aware.
Right.
Or possibly my comment was, or more selfish or self-centered. And there is a really good piece here. And I think I'm going to go from 32 to 33. It says, Vulpa discovered later that his own eligibility was endangered because of his tendency toward forthright commentary, a pronounced arrogance in his manner, and a need to bully other officers into agreement with him. Oh,
that's awesome.
He's a bully. That's what he is.
But also this originally, I can't remember where I read it. Originally, Vulpa was supposed to be the bad guy throughout the series. He was supposed to be the Baltar.
Oh, that would have been great.
Yeah.
Imagine. That would have been great.
No, I love Baltar in the series, but I mean, Vulpa, it would have been nice to have a secondary, not the IL Lucifer thing, but Vulpa would have been a fun adversary since he was already down on the planet. He was already here, so we could really have a good thing to it.
His self-grandeur was interrupted with a report of the colonial fighter craft entering defense perimeters. And this was interesting. The book says that he examines a hexagonal screen.
Yes.
And he wants one of them alive. He tells his minions, I want one of them alive. So that's pretty cool.
Put him in the cold cell and
we know
something his brain. What was it? Examine his brain.
Examine his brain.
I would examine his brain later.
You're quoting the episode now.
Yeah.
So that's from the episode.
We don't know. It might be in here. We haven't got there yet.
Yeah, we haven't gotten there yet. So we are now section 4. Right. We're approaching quickly the halfway mark. And now we cut to Starbuck is flying into a dark landscape. He is impressed by the mountain. He is so he's scanning the mountain, right? And he says, it's foreboding. That's how it seemed to be, just foreboding. And he actually recognizes a gun emplacement, and it's not. Let's see. So it actually moves. So Starbuck tells us that yes, Yes. So not only is this on an asteroid or that is manipulated. So
Hmm.
they call it an asteroid. We know that it's some kind of a Cylon manipulation, manipulated structure.
Movement. Yep.
Yeah. And the actual laser moves.
And he
So
mentioned
add
something
that.
yeah, and he mentioned something in regards to the way it looked was like a uh, planetarium or a telescope.
Yes, yes, he does. He says that like a telescope in an observatory,
Observatory.
it's
That's it.
massive, right? The cannon is moving to aim in their direction. Shields ship. I would not have named this guy Shields because now
Shields
everybody
needed some
I
shields.
yeah, exactly. It's like what are they talking about Shields? No, they're talking about this the cadet. Okay. Shields ship is in its lower range, the laser's lower range. The laser pulses and envelops Shields Viper. First time that we hear
Poof.
Viper with a small V. Um and
And
the
a large amount
beam
of smoke.
passes to the left of Starbuck, and a trio of Cylon fighters are also firing on Kree. So that's a hell of an image right there, huh?
Yeah, and they can't catch up with him. So he's kind of out of
Yeah,
luck.
because yeah, they're just not. It's not happening. But that's a quick scene.
Yeah, it's pretty quick,
Sean
but
says,
I like. He does mention something here. I like to bring up. Is he says he says he was impressed with the size of the mountain, but you recognize what he says after that. He says, although the Great Ranges of Caprica had
yes,
contained mountains more awesome than this one. On the small asteroid, this thing looked really large because of that. So it's not a huge asteroid; it's a small asteroid with a large mountain. It's kind of neat. But so now we know Caprica has mountains. I mean,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure it
yeah,
did,
yeah,
but
pretty cool.
large mountains evidently.
Yeah. Large mountains. Yeah, but they were also what I thought was kind of stuck out for me was the fact that it's they're like ominous, right? And so I thought that was interesting that so they played that off of, the one concept over the other that that there is a range on Caprica, but these just seem darker and they're formidable, even to I think he says something about uh um like even experienced climbers would
Right.
find this, yeah,
Challenge.
uh challenging. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There we go.
Sean says, oh yeah, there you go. Cold Cell a year before Han Solo frozen in carbonite. Actually, the whole battle on a snow planet piece 1 year before Empire Strikes Back. Absolutely. Oh yeah, man.
So
That's
yeah,
for sure.
it's Sean. You mentioned that I had written that in my notes. I hadn't gotten to it yet, but this is starting to look or sound a little bit like a Death Star. Large,
Yeah.
large gun,
Yeah.
able to move on its own.
Yep.
So I
Hey,
mean,
you know.
I don't want to say they we took it from there, but or they took it from here because supposedly we wrote this before Star Wars came
Oh,
out. But
absolutely. Yeah.
I'm sure
And
there's
Suffering Fools says Galactica was there before Star Wars so many times. Ice planet, fighter crash in a swamp,
yeah,
altering
that's
the
right.
bargain.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah.
point. Suffering
Yeah,
Fools has got
man.
it right there. I mean, yeah, it's an ice planet. What was Hoth?
Yeah, absolutely. Star Killer Base. Oh,
There you
that's
go.
Sean brought that up. Yeah. So quick, we now are jumping. Oh, put that up. Bring it up. Bring it up. That's cool. Oh, you got a nice image. Oh, look at that. Boom. Where's it firing from? I was like, what is it, like on the other side of the mountain?
No, it's firing from
I don't know, somewhere in there. That's an
that.
image. There we go. Yeah. Look at the pulsar. The Ravishol pulsar.
So, anyways,
Um,
bye, Shields.
ooh, boom. There it is. And then
Like, hey,
oh
wait,
boy, that's
you smell that? Smells like cooked colonial to me. Little
oh boy, there you
overcooked
go.
there.
Tear it off the third brain, will you? So section 5, Chris, Vulpa orders the three fighters to take the enemy, right? And they so they make so that he's ordering the three fighters to engage the Viper. They want to they want to capture him, and they made they call so what I found interesting is they made the enemy crash.
Right.
So
He
they
forced
didn't
him
call
down.
him. They didn't call him the Colonial Warrior. They didn't call it the Viper pilot. They didn't say
Oh,
the
that's a good
pilot. They
point.
didn't. They said the enemy was forced to crash, and the Cylon's orders to the pilot, which is Kree, is release control of your ship to
Right.
us.
So they can take
What?
it over. How?
Yeah.
So here we
What
are
is
before
that?
the Ron Moore version. For the Ron Moore version of where we took over the control of all the Vipers in the Colonial Fleet in the Ron Moore version of Battlestar Galactica.
Oh yeah. When you see Chris, please. When you say we, you're speaking as a Cylon, okay?
But if,
Okay,
who else would I speak as?
I'm just
Really?
well. People are tuning in, and they, you don't have your helmet on, and you don't know what the hell you're talking about. So I just want to make
Really
sure.
hard to breathe in that thing.
Yeah, no kidding. Daniel Kelly, thank you for joining us live. We're midway into chapter 2, and at this point we're jumping into section 6. Starbuck and Boomer watch the Cylon ships force Kree down. Boomer convinces Starbuck that the odds are against them and they have to get back to the Galactica because otherwise, they want to, Starbuck wants to continue down and intervene, but they go
Right.
back.
Had to talk
So
Starbuck out of it.
yeah. So we have two sections left,
Right.
and you need to bring up. You have a really really cool image that you picked up, so you got to bring it up. Just bring it up, man. Yeah.
Which one? Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to bring it up, man. Now's a good time to, because we're gonna go somewhere else in section 7. So, oh boy, look at that. I remember seeing that. I was like, what? Is that gold? Is he gold or bronze? But that guy's so cool, man.
Yeah.
I remember flipping out when I saw that. That was so cool, man. Oh yeah, look at him. Oh.
So that would be in his control podium, I suppose.
Yeah, it's the control podium. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool, right? Yeah. So
there they go.
There they are.
And there he dies.
And that's the end of that. So,
and then there's your forcing down. There's the 3 Cylons forcing him down. And we'll stop it. And next off. All right, so we're next section.
Yeah. So,
more Cylon backstory. Woohoo!
Well, actually, we have a quick interlude in 7 is seeing that the human enemy had been effectively trapped and captured. Vulpa returned to his command chair. One of the monitoring Centurions announced 2 more fighter craft approaching, flying low. Destroy them as they come into range, Vulpa said. The monitoring personnel kept close watch, and of course they weren't able to, but Vulpa at the end of this section says, bring me the captive.
Yes.
And then Chris, we go into the last section in chapter 2, and it starts with your 2 favorite words, Imperious Leader.
Dang right. He's the man.
Yeah.
Or is he the bug-eyed guy?
Yeah, the bug-eyed guy. And so the Imperious Leader is he's talking to this simulation of Starbuck, and
which would have been a really cool. It would have been really fun to see that in the actual episode.
Oh, imagine! Oh, that
there's
would
a lot of
so
comedy
cool.
that could be this gleaned off of this. It would have been fun.
Yeah, a little comedy relief. It's comic relief. It's really really good. And so the Imperious Leader, right, is talking to a collected simulation of what Starbuck would be if they had taken as much information and data, collected it, and then put it into a computer to simulate, and like an AI.
Right. So
Starbuck.
Yeah, we were under the impression. So they show Kree in the where is it at? I think there it is. So this is later on, but they're scanning their brain, So the only thing I can think of is, in my opinion, if I'm going to use my imagination here a little bit, that they create these things by scanning the brains of all of the people that they capture. And from the last chapter, they were saying, they call it a simulacron.
Yes, that's right.
It's a simulation.
Yep. Yeah.
But they weren't able. He wanted to talk to Adama, but not a lot of the fighter pilots and stuff that they've captured were that close with Adama. And they tried same thing with Apollo, but it seems like everybody knew Starbuck, so Starbuck was the easy one to create, evidently, out of the scans of these brains.
Yes.
So yeah, it's neat that he opens up. He says, this is the simulation of Starbuck. Imperious leader turned to the simulation of Starbuck, and Starbuck is lounging in his chair. With a cigar clenched between his teeth, and that's something you could just definitely see. You see Starbuck in the Imperious leader's chair, just
and it proceeds to insult the Imperious leader. So even the simulation is disrespectful. And so the Imperious leader complains. He's like, you're not supposed to be programmed to insult me. And how it's getting annoying. And, so it's really good exchange. But he asks about his commander. So, right? He says, I want to know more about your commander. And then Starbuck says, oh, you mean Old Iron Hull Adama?
Yeah, that's a different name.
What?
But before you go there, how does Starbuck, takes a cigar out of his mouth, and in the Imperious leader's like, oh, they're stupid, they're wandering blindly into this trap, and Starbuck takes a thing out of his mouth and he flicks ashes, and he says, oh, you got them in your slimy little claws. All right, wait a minute. Claws? Okay, so that's something we don't know.
Yeah.
And of course he responds, no, but we'll have them any. Wait a minute. Then you ain't trapped them, bug eyes.
Yeah.
Which was talked about in the last one, how he had many eyes. So now we're looking at claws and eyes. So we're definitely looking at some type of lizard creature, which is what was described in the first one. So this just keeps going back with the lizard.
They talked about right
mechanical. Yeah.
He looks like a pile of rocks or something. He looks hideous. Yeah. And so there's a thing. So so the Imperious leader in this last final section is trying to figure out why they call him the it's the Iron Hull.
Right.
And so the simulation of Starbuck is like it's a figure of speech. And obviously, look, for the record, obviously everybody that's watching, you all get it. This has nothing to do with the episode. Right, none of this part, and anytime they mention the Imperious leader is absolutely not in the episode, right? So talk about differences. We're just diving right into the whole aspect of what is definitely not in the show, and so they're like, so he tries to explain, right? Starbuck simulation AI is trying to explain to the Imperious leader that it's a figure of speech, and Cylons use figure of speech in their poetry, not in normal speech.
Yeah, so Starbuck's like, don't you guys use figure of speech? And the Imperious leader says, yeah, we use it in our poetry. And this is the chance for that comic relief to come back in, and Starbuck's like, you guys do poetry?
Yeah. And poetry is not allowed to be written down.
Correct.
It can only be passed orally, and that's how they preserve it, because it's against the law. How do you like that? Never quote poetry, Chris, or you will never become a true Cylon.
But how does he describe it? We have a faction of our society who use these figures of speech in poetry. They chant
Ooh.
Yeah, we're talking a Gregorian, Cylon, Gregorian chant. That might be interesting.
Yeah.
I could listen to that.
Oh, I bet you can. It's all in zeros and ones.
100011. That's another song. But anyways, it's never written down. Cylon law does not allow that. But much of it is, I understand, preserved orally.
Yeah.
And then of course, Starbucks like, you guys have a written language?
Yeah.
But of course we do.
And then the Imperious leader says, poets happen to be among the most undesirable of their society.
Yeah.
The misfits and criminals.
Cylons have criminals.
Oh.
Can you imagine? A Cylon criminal now.
They threaten the order of their society.
So there's that order thing. Yep.
Yeah. Cylons are not subtle in their actions. That's like a big thing that Starbuck, because like the Imperious leader is definitely off on a tangent, and it's awesome when you're reading this, you realize that the simulation has now entertained the Imperious leader and taken over the conversation. Yeah. Which is not supposed to be. That's not he's the Imperious leader.
It went from Starbuck getting questioned to the Imperious leader getting questioned.
Yeah. And now we're finding out all this information. By the way, Kenneth Michael Paoli is with us. Thank you for tuning in live. We're wrapping up actually chapter 2, but thanks for coming on. And
you can always catch it later if you missed some.
Oh, absolutely. Cylons are not subtle, right? And that's one of the things that in the exchange between the Starbuck AI simulation and the Imperious leader comes up, because, right, the Imperious leader is like, oh, we're all about order, and we're about how could your puny race actually figure out anything of what we do? And then Starbuck tells them, because you guys are not subtle in anything you do. Yeah. It's all about overbearing numbers, right? Your strategy.
When you attack, you go full bore. You don't do anything subtly.
Yeah. Right. And so he's like, what? And then the Imperious leader claims his what is it? So he says he's going to destroy humanity, and his plan is definitely foolproof. End of story. He doesn't want to hear any more from Starbuck.
Wait a minute. I think we've heard this before, Mr. Imperious leader. That plan was foolproof. We've got him.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Really?
But I like Starbucks' reply though.
Yeah. Well, with any luck, Imperious leader, perhaps you can catch yourself a couple of fools. Oh, that was good, right? And
then he threatens to chop the head off the thing, and is like, "Go ahead. I'd love to see you. I'd love to see the thing pass right through my neck."
Yeah, that's what the simulation says. And then the Imperious leader just presses the button and turns him off, man. He's like, all right, enough with this guy. He's like all annoyed. It's really good. And I remember reading the book, and the Imperious leader, because of that third brain capacity, he goes back to him. He goes back to Starbuck, and he continues this. And it's interesting to see how it
helps
his fascination.
Think like a human.
Yeah, it makes him think like a human and has certain emotions.
Which is what the third brain was supposed to do anyways, help you think like your enemy. Which is what they said but it also, drives them a little bit insane.
Yeah. So that's kind of cool. And so it will be revisited, but he turns him off, and the image abruptly vanishes. And folks, that's where chapter 2 ends. Yeah, that's where chapter 2 ends. Obviously, the episode continues. We know, of course, where it goes, because we've watched it so many times that we know. But the book itself has a lot more details, and that's what I think is more fun than anything else, because it's obvious it's different. Say again, Chris?
It's a whole lot more fun. Yeah, I think. I love hearing more about the little bit of background. And once again, I like the And a lot of people I saw on the message boards and think, over like Sean's message board, the Battlestar Galactica bulletin board, and a couple other places have had articles up in regards to the non-mechanical version of the bad guys, the Cylons.
Yeah.
So
And there's a whole debate over that, and that's great.
I love the non-mechanical version of the Cylon as well as the other one, but it also leads to, if we jump back to the other chapter where there was scans of the ships attacking and there was nobody in them, no life signs inside of them.
No life signs. So
there could be drone mechanical,
Yeah.
because that's what they said, they were drone pilots.
Drone pilots.
So
yeah,
there could be a mechanical version of them, just like it says, Paulo says in another episode, they invented the mechanical overlord, or their overlords, mechanical overlords. So they invented the mechanical ones, and that's what happened. So
very interesting
backstory. It really would.
Oh yeah. Lee Jacobson, I saw that you popped up. Thanks for joining us. And if you missed anything, just go back and watch. We wrapped up chapter 2, and we have I don't know, Chris, we should bring up most definitely next week's guest. Right? So next week we're gonna have a news update, right? So John One is scheduled to come in, and he will be bringing up, giving us a news briefing. And next week, based on our timetable, let's see, that would make it interview with Mr. Jim Beard, an author, and he has done a whole bunch of things, and we will cover his writing and the books that he's been involved with. And he's got a very fascinating background. So those of you that are interested in writing and or books and or sci-fi, Battlestar Galactica, and other areas, including Kolchak the Night Stalker, and any of the other well-known sci-fi franchises, Jim Beard is going to enlighten us, and he's written all kinds of cool things. So we're honored to have him come on board next week for our interview spot. And so he's been around doing writing for various franchises, and we're going to get into them. Many of those you will identify with immediately once he brings those up and he mentions them. So yeah, some of the well-known franchises that are out there in terms of sci-fi and writing and the like. So I think we'll have some fun. Invite all you guys to come back and be ready with any questions that you might have. He's going to obviously give us his background and some of the tips on getting your writing out there and publishing, hopefully, because we know that a lot of our fans, Chris, are into the writing aspect of entertainment, sci-fi, and stuff. So Jim Beard's coming, and he's actually collaborated on various things. And I just, Chris, before we do our final wrap, I just wanted to mention that there is a fantastic. I did tell you about this. There is a fantastic book, and I just wanted to open up and get the actual name of the article that I'm referring to correct, and it's in this. So for those of you that haven't seen this, highly recommend this. Somewhere Beyond the Heavens, Exploring Battlestar Galactica. This was published for the 40th anniversary, and I happened to pick this up, and I was blown away by the articles that are in this. So there are specific articles, and our guest Jim Beard wrote, "The Devil Went Down to Galactica: A Question of Iblis," is his work on in this compilation of essays on various aspects of Battlestar Galactica. So there's the new and the old involved.
What's on the front cover?
On the front cover are all the evil that could exist.
Not a single colonial.
That's right, because I just said it's all the bad guys. All the bad guys we love to hate. They're all here.
That's right, because Cylons
Yeah.
rule, Colonials
Look at that.
drool.
Look at that. It's really cool. And that cover is by Chris Scalf, well known.
Oh yeah, he's really well known.
Yeah, I mean, he had his own series. He had gotten the rights to Battlestar Galactica for the graphic novels. Realm Press did for a limited run for a couple of years, and some of them, especially the covers and the stories themselves, he used a very unique technique in putting together his comic books. But Jim Beard wrote for this. If you guys, all the fans that are out there, this, guys, is one heck of a book. Highly recommended. As a fan, you're going to see a lot of cool things in here. And Jim Beard is going to be with us. So he has a direct link to Battlestar Galactica. So right when you thought that, oh my God, we're breaking away. We're not breaking away completely, but he's done some work on, a lot of the other franchises. And so we are looking forward to having him on and, talking all about his work. So, somewhere beyond the heavens, you can find bad guys. Yes, Sean, that's right. So, guys, Chris, any parting shots?
No parting shots. Just if you get a chance, let me bring up our video here. That's just if you get a chance, check us out. That doesn't sound quite right, but anyways, go ahead and look us up. How's that? At Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and of course the Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's.
Check us all out. We try to post on everything, and we try to get the information out there. So if you get a chance, check us out on all of those, and give us a like, a thumbs up, whatever you want to call it, a follow. Hey there, just check us out there. It would be great. We'd appreciate it. Once again, we are Interfleet Broadcasting. We don't make any money on this. We're not looking to make any. We have no plans to make any money on anything in regards to Interfleet Broadcasting. So it's just get the likes out there. We'd like to get the fans together and get more information out to the people. And so again, that's Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and everything else.
All right, guys, thank you for tuning in. We love having you on board. Keep checking the thumbs up, like Chris said, and don't forget to tell your friends about our show. If you want to, please reach out to us at info@interfleetbroadcasting.com. Stay safe. See you next show. Fans fuel the fleet. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.
Fans fuel the fleet.
Later, guys.